Hello, dear students. Yesterday we stopped at the fourth shloka. I'll repeat the shloka once again. Swayam Bhuvan Marijeh Yah Prabhabhuva Prajapatihi Surasura Guruhu Sotra Sapatnikas Tapasyati. Who says these words? It was Matali. When the king Dushyanta was inquiring Matali about the mountain which has been seen from the chariot, Matali is giving him an account of the Hemakuta Parvata where demigods stay and which is known, that place is known for Tapasiddhi, that is Tapaha Samsiddhi Kshetram, where the penance bears fruit. If anybody is going to do penance there, it's sure that they are going to get the merit for their penance. That's what is the importance of the Parvata Hemakuta. And there we stopped yesterday. I'll once again repeat the dialogue of Dushyanta, answer of Matali. Matale Katamoyam Purvapara Samudravagataha Kanakarasanisyandi Sandhyaiva Megha Parigaha Sanuman Alokyate. Alokyate is the verb here. Alokyate means has been seen, has a voice. Lok means to see. Alokyate means has been seen, has been observed. What has been observed? Sanuman. Sanuman means the mountain. Why it is called as Sanuman? Sanu means slopes or summits. The mountain which has many summits, that is called Sanuman. Sanuman Alokyate. What is this mountain here? It's like the line of the clouds. Megha Parigaha Iva. As if the clouds are formed into a line. These summits are seen from far off place and which has a very golden twilight on it. Kanakarasa Nisyandi Sandhya Iva. Sandhya means at the time of twilight, all the clouds get into a single form, and this Parvata is having the appearance of the line of clouds at the time of twilight. It means there are some golden rays spread all over the sky, and these rays are coming from the Parvata, that is Sanuman, that is the Parvata which has many summits and peaks. He was questioning who? Dushyanta, king. Whom he is questioning? Matali. He is inquiring Matali. Katamaha Ayam. What is this mountain? Purva Apara Samudravagadaha, whose base has been into two oceans, the ocean on eastern side and the ocean on western side. It's so wide and also it is so bright. Kanakarasanisyandi, there is a kind of golden light emitting from the slopes of the mountain, and to see from distance, it appears that the clouds have been formed into a line. Matali is answering him. Ayushman. Ayushman means you are told once. Ayushman means long lived one. Yesha khalu hemakuto nama kim purusha parvatah tapah samsiddhi kshetram. O Ayushman, long lived one, this is the place or the mountain which is called as Hemakuta. Yesha khalu. Yesha means this. Khalu means in fact, indeed. This is the Hemakuta Parvata where Kim Purusha God. Kim Purusha means demigods. Parvataha. Tapaha Samsiddhi Kshetram. And this is the place known for the fulfillment of the penances. All the good merits come to bear fruit here. That is the specialty of this place. Pashya. Look, he is further saying. Swayam Bhuvan Mariche Yaha Prabhuva Prajapatihi Surasura Guruhu Saha Atra Sapatnikaha Tapasyati. Who is doing penance here? It is the Prajapati, Maricha by name, who is the son of Swayambhuva. Swayambhu means Brahma, who is born out of himself. And he has another name as Marichi. He is also called as Marichi. And the son of Marichi is called as Maricha. And he is a progenitor. Prajapati, he means who gives birth to both gods and demons. And who is also Guruhu. Guruhu means teacher. Surasura Guruhu. And that Prajapati by name Maricha, who is the son of Brahma or Marichi, is here doing penance along with his wife Sapatnikaha Tapasyati. Sapatnikaha means along with his wife. Tapasyati is the verb here. He is doing penance here. Raja. Then Dushyanta gets alerted. Oh, tena hi anatikramaniyaani shreyamsi. Shreyaha means good things, fortunes. Shreyamsi is plural. Tena hi anatikramaniyaani shreyamsi. Oh, one must not pass or skip over these shreya, these fortunes. When there is a chance to get fortunes, one should make use of it. So he says anatikramaniam. Anatikramaniam means shall not be passed. Shall mean they must not be skipped. Pradakshinikrutya bhagavantam gantumichhami. I would like to have a darshan. Pradakshina means actually going around the right arm or hand. It means when we go to a temple, we take a pradakshina to the temple. Here also pradakshini kritya means in English it can be said as circumambulation. Circumambulation means going around a god or a temple. It is to show our respect or honor. So he says that pradakshini kritya bhagavantam. I would like to make a salutation to that great god. Then I would go. Gantum ichhami. Bhagavantam pradakshini krutya gantum ichhami means he just wanted to make use of the divine sight of the progenitor or Prajapati or Maricha, who the king. He was very much impressed with the word when he was told that this is the place for fulfillment of penances. Then he wanted to make use of that fortunate moment. Matalihi. Prathamaha kalpaha. Yeah, you are supposed to do that in fact. Prathamaha kalpaha. Prathamaha means first you have to do that. Natyena avatirnau. Since it is a stage, it should be informed to the readers that they act, they gesticulate as if they are getting down from the chariot. Gesture of descent. They are getting down from the chariot. Raja, Matale, Katamasmin Pradeshe Marichashramaha? He is asking Matale. In which place? Where is here Marichashrama? They have mounted on the mount. They have descended on the mountain, Hemakuta Parvata. And now he was not able to make out where this ashrama is. Katamasmin Pradeshe Marichashramaha? Then Matali is answering. Hastena Darshayan. He is showing with his hand directing that place. Atraiva pashyatu. You see there. Avam etau aditi parivarthita mandara vruksham prajapate ashramam pravishtav swaha. Swaha means asmi swaha smaha. We too now have entered the hermitage of the great couple, that is Prajapati and his wife Aditi. Here you can see Atraiva pashyatu. You see here, Avam etau pravishtam swaha. We too have almost entered the hermitage. You can see that Mandara Vriksha, which has been brought up by Aditi. Look at this great landmark. When at the entrance itself, they come across a great tree called Mandara Vriksha. And what kind of Mandara Vriksha was the significance or importance of the tree here? The great lady, the great ascetic herself has been taking care of that Mandara Vruksha. Aditi Parivarthita Mandara Vruksham. She has been watering that and she has been rearing that plant with great love. Mandara Vruksham Prajapate Ashramam. That ashrama is known for its good ecology and environment. And at the entrance itself, they come across a great tree, Mandara Vruksha, which was taken care by the great lady Aditi, who is the mother of all the gods. Then Raja says, Swargat adhikataram nirvrittisthanam amrutahladamiva avagadhosmi. Then he feels a kind of great joy or tranquility in his mind. He says, it's more than heaven. Swargat adhikataram. Tara and Tama are the degrees, comparative degrees Tara and superlative degrees Tama. That's why we use usually without any Taratama Bheda, they are together. Means there is no comparison, there is no superlative here. Here the Tara is to compare that this place is more pleasant than this heaven. Just now he has been from the heaven. He had a very great joy there. But now once he entered the place of Maricashrama, he was enjoying a kind of unworldly uh, pleasure in the mind. Svarga adhikataram nirvritti sthanam. Nirvritti means where there is tranquility. Pravritti and nivritti. Pravritti is getting into activity and nivritti is getting out of the activity. Here the mind is so calm to say that the word nivritti is used. Nivritti sthanam. This is the place of calmness, tranquility. And Amrita Hladamivava Gadhosmi. I feel I have been plunged in the pool of nectar. Amrita means nectar. Avagadaha Asmi. I feel myself as I have plunged into the lake or pool of nectar. As if he is in the nectar he feels. Madalhi Ratham Stapayitva Avataratu Ayushman. And after descending, the chariot has to be placed somewhere or stopped somewhere. And slowly he had stopped the chariot and they both are now to get down. And Matali is asking the king to get down from the chariot. Avataratu Ayushman. May you descend, my lord, he says. Raja Avatirya. He gets down from the chariot and asks Matali, Matale, Bhavan Kathamidani. And what about you? Matalehi. Samyantrito Maya Radhaha. Even I have stopped the chariot. Samyantritaha means I have control, means I have put a stop to the chariot. Vayamapi avataramaha. Even I am getting down. Tatha krutva, having done so. Tatha means like that. Krutva means done, having done so. This is participle. Yesterday we studied some participles. Nitva, gatva, jitva, like that. Here it is krutva. Krutva means having done. Ita Ayushman. He was showing the path. Parikramya Drishyamtamatra Bhavatam Rushinam Tapovana Bhumayaha. He was having a wonderful sight of the penance groves. And he is asking the king Dushyanta also to enjoy the penance grove. Drishyantam atra bhavatam rushinam tapovana bhumayaha. May you see this great beauty of the penance groves of these great sages. Tapovana bhumayaha. Kasya Kesham tapovana bhumayaha rishinam. The places, the penance groves of these sages. Raja, Nanu Vismayat Avalokayami. Yeah, yes, Nanu. Indeed. I'm also looking at them with great astonishment. So surprise. King was so much surprised at the beauty, the unworldly beauty of those penance groves. The very sight made him feel out of the world. And he says that this place is very, very calm and making me more ease at mind and tranquil at mind. than the heaven, he said. And that's what he is repeating here. Vismayat avalokayami. It's quite surprising, astonishing it is. Aho taponidhinam mahatta. This is the greatness of these sages. Taponidhinam mahatta. Mahatta means the great importance or significance or the greatness of the sages is this much. Matalihi. Asmin ashokavrukshe tavadastam ayushman yavat tvam indragurave nivedayitum antaranveshi bhavami. Then Matali asks Dushyanta to rest for a while near the Ashoka tree, the Ashoka Vriksha, and meanwhile he would go and inform about his arrival to the sage, who was the teacher of even Indra. Indra is said to be the god of all the gods, and Prajapati, who is here with the name Maricha, is a teacher even to Indra. So it's but formal to inform him about the guests to his hermitage, to seek his permission, then enter the hermitage. That is the formality. Even a king is not supposed to enter without making an announcement of his arrival there. So Matali asked Dushyanta to maintain that portfolio and asked him to rest a while under the Ashoka Vriksha. Here once again we are introduced to another tree here, which is called Ashoka Vriksha, and this is also a very great tree. We were told that Aditi was rearing up a Mandara Vriksha, and now Dushyanta is asked to stay not in a palace but in near the under the shadow of a tree, Ashoka tree. Asmin Ashokavrukshe tavadastam yavat tvam indragurave nivedayitum antaranveshi bhavami. I will go and inform the teacher of even Indra about your arrival, and meanwhile you can rest here, he says to Dushyanta. And aham antaranveshi bhavami. Meanwhile, I'll go into the inner places of the hermitage. Raja yatha bhavan manyate. It's to show his consent. He says, yeah, yatha bhavan manyate. As you please, as you say, I will oblige. Then Matalihi Ayushman Sadhayamyaham. O Ayushman, long lived one. Sadhayami aham. Sadhayami is an expression used in Sanskrit to say that I am making a move. He goes to the inner places of the hermitage to inform, and from there Matali leaves that hermitage and also bids farewell to Dushyanta with this Sadhayami aham. He stops his chariot and goes to his place after informing Prajapati. That is Maricha. Raja. He is having a good sign that we have to inform, because he was referring to his shoulder. It's called as actually a soliloquy. Soliloquy means talking to himself. In a drama, if he speaks only to himself, we will not come to know. That's why the dramatist makes the character utter the words to himself with a little aloud, to as if he's saying these words to himself. मनोरथाय नाशंसे किं बाहो स्पंदसे वृथा पूर्वावधीरितं श्रेयो दुःखं हि परिवर्तते. There are some good omens. We believe in good omens, and here Dushyanta also felt a kind of good omen happening in his body, and that is throbbing of the eye, throbbing of the shoulder, etc. And here he is addressing his bahu. Bahu means arm or shoulder. Oh baho, kim baho. Kim baho means oh, what is this shoulder? Why use Manorathaya spandase na Manorathaya na ashamse. I don't have any fulfillment of hope for fulfillment of my desire. Why do you throb unnecessarily? Spandase vrutha. Vrutha means in vain. I have no hope that I may get united with Shakuntala. That is the only desire which Dushyanta has been in his mind since after he happened to see the ring that has been given to Shakuntala has been retrieved from the fisherman. And from that day onwards, he is in search of Shakuntala, but he could not find her. And now he feels a little bit hopeful that he may be united with his lost wife. Once again, he says, why Manoratha means desire of the mind. Na Asham say, I don't wish for the fulfillment of my desire. And I have a good woman, but he's telling his shoulder, don't have any hopes. It will be in vain. It will be wasted. Why? Purva avadhiritam shreyaha dukkham hi parivartate. I know. Once rejected, no good fortune is going to be occurring. Purva avadhiritam shreyaha. Whatever Shreyaha has been Purva Avadhiritam, has been once rejected, that is previously rejected, good fortune. It's going to turn into misery only. Dukkham hi parivartate. I don't have any hopes. Even you don't hope, it's in vain. That is Dushyanta. It shows how bad Dushyanta is feeling for Shakuntala. He knows that he had rejected good fortune that had happened to him so far, and he has no hopes of getting united with her again in his life. But Nepathe, behind the curtain, there was some noise. Somebody saying these words. Ma khalu chapalam kuru katham gata eva atmanah prakritim. Somebody is saying to one person, Ma khalu chapalam kuru, don't be so rash. Kadam gata eva atmanah prakritim. How come that you have once again got into your original nature? These are the words which Dushyanta heard soon after he entered the hermitage of Maricha Mahamuni. Karnam Datva, he is paying attention to those words. Karnam Datva means giving his ear. Abhumihi iyam avinayasya konu khalvesha nishidhyate शब्दानुसारेणावलोक्य सविस्मयम् अये कोनु खल्वयम् अनुबध्यमानः तपस्विनीभ्याम् अबालसत्त्वो बालः. He was also surprised to see a kind of rash words there or some noise there in the peaceful hermitage atmosphere. Abhumihi iyam avinayasya. Avinayam means being not vinaya, being disobedience. How can there be any chance for being disobedient here in this Kanan's grove? Abhumihi means abhumihi. This is not the place to show disobedience. And how come that one person is showing Konu khalvesha nishidhyate? Who is that is stopped? Nishidhyate shabdanusarena. And who has it means who has been warned here? I would like to know. Shabdanusarena avalokya. And he looked at the direction from where this sound had come. These words have come. Savismaya. To his surprise, he says, Aye, konu khalvayam anubadhyamanaha tapasvinibhyam abalasattvo balaha. He's a boy, but he has such a great courage that is natural, that is not natural for a small boy of his age. And he has been stopped by two ascetic women. Konu khalu ayam anubadhyamanaha. Two ladies, tapasvinibhyam anubadhyamanaha. Two women of this ascetic life are trying to control that boy, but he is in such a great rage. What he is doing? Arthapitapayo matuku amarda krishna kesaram prakriditum simhashishum balakkarena karshati. Arthapitapayah matuhu amarda krishna kesaram prakriditum simhashishum balakkarena karshati. What is he doing? Prakriditum amarda krishna kesaram arthapitapayah matuhu simhashishum balakkarena karshati. he was pulling away a lion's cub who was having milk from its mother, and also he is disturbing its mane, his hair, only to play with it. Balatkarena, forcibly. Karshati means he is dragging away or pulling away. He is pulling away a small lion's cub who was having milk from its mother, and also he is playing with its mane. And it shows how what great strength this boy has. ततः प्रविशति यथा निर्दिष्टकर्म तपस्विनीभ्यां बालः. And here all this has been happening behind the curtain, and now on the scene, on the stage, we see two ascetic women along with this small boy who was described so far, that he has been playing with the cub of the lion, and that cub is having milk at its mother, and this boy is playing with that cub as if it is a toy. Balaha, he was saying, Jrumbhasva Simha, Dantaste Ganeshye. And what's that boy is doing? Jrumbhasva Simha, he is forcibly making the cub of the lion to open the mouth. Yan. Jrumbhasva means yanning actually. Jrumbhasva, second person singular. You open your mind. What he is going to do when it is going to open the mouth? Dantaste ganayishye. I would count your teeth. Then one of those two ascetic women says, Prathama. That's the one of the two. Avinita. Oh naughty child. Kim na apatya nirviseshani satvani vikaroshi. Vikaroshi means you are teasing. These animals are not different from our children. Why you are behaving so rash towards them? Why you are so cruel to them? Why do you tease them? He is asking. It shows that even lions and tigers are raised by those ascetic people there in their hermitages. As if we take care of the pet animals like dogs or cats, they also had that kind of love for the wild animals even in their hermitage. They were tamed and they were taken care by the sages there in the hermitages. Naha apatya nirviseshani satvani vikaroti. Satvani means animals. Vikaroshi means you are teasing. Whom he is teasing? The animals who are not different from their children. Naha means ours. Apatya nirviseshani, which are equal to our children. Them you are teasing. What is this? Vardhyate samrambhaha. Day by day, you are getting more and more enraged. Violence, you are becoming more and more violent. Vardhyate samrambhaha. Samrambhaha means impetuosity. That is violent. Vardhyate, it has been increasing, growingly violent you are. Sthane khalu rishijanena sarvadamana iti krutanama theyosi. Rightly you have been named as Sarvadamana by the sages here. Sthane khalu rishijanena sarvadamana iti krutanama theyaha asi. Rightly you are named as Sarvadamana by the sages here. What's meant by Sarvadamana? Who controls all the beings. Not only deer or some soft animals, but he is controlling even the wild animals. That's why he is named as Sarvadamana. Krutanamatheyaha asi. Krutanamatheyaha means have been named as Sarvadamana. Rightly, you have been named. You have been so violent towards them. Then Raja is looking at all this. Raja is saying, Kim nu khalu balaha asmin aurasa iva putre snihyati me manaha. Kim nu khalu bale asmin aurasa iva putre snihyati me manaha. Who could this be? This boy, I feel as if he is my son. Aurasa iva putre snihyati me manaha. Me means my. Mama me avayohnau asmakam naha. Asmat shabda shashti vibhakti ekavachana. He says, why my mind feels so much affection for this boy, love and affection for this boy, as if he is my own son. Aurasa means born to myself. Asmin bale, mama, as if Iva putre Iva. Putre Iva means like in the sun. My mind feels affectionate. Nunam anapatyatam mam vatsalayati. It could be the reason because he is childless. Dushyanta may be feeling that. He says the same. Childlessness makes me feel affectionate. I feel fatherly affection towards this boy. It could be due to the reason that I have no children so far, and that's the reason that I felt great love for this boy. And the another ascetic woman who was standing there near the boy says, Dvitiya, Yesha khalu kesarini tvam lankayati yadi asyaha putrakam na munchasi. She is trying to threaten the boy. What she says? Yesha khalu kesarini. Kesarini means lioness, the mother of the cub. Tvam lankayati. She will jump on you. Yadi asyah putrakam na munchasi. If you are not going to leave this cub, to leave her son, then that lioness would bounce you or will be attacking you, jumping over you. Prathama, another woman, the first lady, she is saying, Vatsa, yenam balamrugendram muncha aparante kridanakam dasyami. She is trying to plead and also she is going to pacify that boy. Vatsa, my child, please leave this Balamrugendram. Balamrugendram means the little pup, the young lion king. Well, we call it. Please, why don't you leave this Muncha? Muncha means leave. Aparante Kridanakam Dasyami. I will give you another toy to play. Please leave it. Balaha. Then Sarvadamana is saying to the woman, Kutra, where's the toy? Dehi etat, give me. Iti hastam prasarayati. And he stretches his hand for the toy. No chet, anenaiva tavat kredishyami. If you are not going to give, I am going to play with this only. Anena eva. Anena eva means with this only. Tavat, meanwhile, I will be playing. Tavat kredishyami. It's a plaything for him. The cub of the lion has become a toy in his hands. Iti tapasim vilokya hasati. And looking at that ascetic woman, he smiles. So naughty he was. He's saying, meanwhile, oh, you are going to give me a toy? Okay. Meanwhile, I'll be playing with the cup. Dvitiya. Suvrate. Suvrate means good woman. Na shakya yesha vacha matrena viramayitum. It's not easy to put a stop to this playfulness of this boy. Na shakya. Shakya means eligibility. That is powerful enough. Na shakya. It's not possible to stop this. Viramayitum. Viramayitum is tumunanta. To stop this play. Vacha matrena. Just with words we cannot stop this boy. Gachatvam. You please go. Madhiya utaje. Markandeyasya Rishikumarasya Varnachitrito Mrittika Mayuraha Tishtati Tamasya Upahara. You go and get. There is one toy in my hermitage, Utaje. In my hermitage, there is one peacock with good colors which has been painted by Markandeyasya Rishikumarasya Varnachitritaha Mrittika Mayuraha Tishtati. Peacock made of clay with good colors that has been prepared by the Rishikumara, Markandeyasya Rishikumara, by the son of the Muni Markandeya, and you go and get that. Tam asya upahara. Upahara means bring that. Tam asya upahara. Then Prathama says, Tatha. Okay. Saying so, she leaves. Iti Nishkranta. Saying so, she leaves the place. Then Tapasi. Bhavatu. Namamayam Ganayati. And the second one, who was staying near the boy Sarvadamana, says Bhavatu. Namamayam Ganayati. I know he is not going to take me into account. Naganayati means he doesn't care for my words. Parshvam avalokya, and she looks aside. Who is there? She is inquiring. Kotra Rishikumarana Rajanam avalokya Bhadramukha Yehitavat Mojaya Anena Durmoka Hastagrahena Dimbhalilaya Vadhyamanam Balamrugendram. Kotra Rishikumarana, she was finding for some boys of the hermitage, the sons of any sages, if they are nearby. She wanted to take their help to control this boy and also to release that cub from this boy. Raja, then she could not find any Munikumara, but she could see the king standing there. Rajanam avalokya, having looked at him, she says, Bhadramukha. Bhadramukha means a man with good face. Here we can take it as gentleman, gentle sir. Yehitavat, will you please come here? Mojaya anena durmoka hastagrahena dimbhalilaya vadhyamanam balamrugendram. Will you please give release to this cub of the lion which has been tortured in this boy's hands? Durmoka hastagrahena, with the hand which is very difficult to loosen because that boy is tightly holding the cub, and it was not possible for that lady to release that cub. So she was asking the help of the king. Badhyamanam Balamrugendram. She could not withstand the torture the cub has been given in the hands of Sarvadamana. Just because of his play, he is putting that cub of the lion to torture. Mojaya, she is asking him, Mojaya, please leave him, let him release that. Mojaya, anena. Anena means by this. By what? Durmoka hastagrahena, the hand which is very difficult to loosen. And because of his childish sport, Balamrugendra is being tormented. Pathyamanam Balamrugendram Mojaya. Please set release that cub of the lion from his hand. Then Raja approaches Upagamya, going near Susmitam with a smile on his face. Ayubho Maharshi Putra, oh, the son of a great sage. Evam ashrama viruddha vrittina samyamaha kimiti janmatastvaya sattva samshraya sukhopi dushyate krishna sarpa shishuneva chandanaha. He says, Evam ashrama viruddha vrittina tvaya janmataha sattva samshraya sukhaha api samyamaha Krishna Sarpa Shishuna Chandanamiva Kimiti Dushyate. He is surprised. He has been born in that hermitage and even he must be having the qualities of the sages, but he is acting different to the mindset of the hermitages. And also he is spoiling the peacefulness of the hermitage atmosphere. That's what he says in this shloka. Ashrama Viruddha Vrittina. Why is it that you are acting very contrary to the atmosphere of this hermitage? And this hermitage, which is delightful and also a refuge to the animals. And Sattva Samshraya Sukhahapi, it gives even delight and refuge to animals, wild animals. And you are abusing that, Dushyate, you are spoiling that, just like a sandal tree has been with a black serpent. Sandal tree is of great importance, but when a Krishna Sarpa is around the sandal tree, nobody can approach it. And you are like that. Here the boy is compared to the black serpent, and the hermitage is like the Chandana Vruksha, which is going to give a cool atmosphere to the people here. And because of this violence of the boy, that peaceful atmosphere has been changed and spoiled. That's what the king says. Evam ashrama viruddha vrittina. Viruddha means opposite. Vritti means activity. Tvaya janmataha sattva samshraya sukhaha api samyamaha krishna sarpa shishuna chandanamiva kimiti dushyate. Why you are unnecessarily spoiling the holy and serene peaceful atmosphere of the hermitage? Just like the sandal tree is surrounded by a black serpent, which makes people not happy with it. Tapasi, Bhadramukha. Bhadramukha, na khalu ayam Rishikumarah. She says to the king, O king, gentleman, as you think he is not the son of a Rishi, he is not Rishikumara. Na khalu ayam Rishikumara, he is not the son of the sage. Then Raja says, Akara sadrusham cheshtitamevasya kathayati sthana pratyayattu vayamevam tarkinaha balakam balakam upalalayan astu na chen munikumaraha ayamatha kosya vyapadeshaha. Then the king is informed that as he thinks he is not the son of any sage. That's what she says. Bhadramukha, na khalu ayam Rishikumarah. He is not the son of a sage. Then Raja replies, Akara sadrusham cheshtitamevasya kathayati. I could guess Akara sadrusham, the form he has, the physique he has, and also his activity or his doing tells that he is not the son of a sage. But why I felt like that is sthana pratyayat. Because of the place he is now, I felt that he is the son of a sage. Then balakam upalalayan. He is showing affection to the child, on the child, and astu nachet munikumaraha ayamathaka asya vyapadeshaha. If he is not a munikumara, from whom he or whose son he is, ka asya vyapadeshaha, what is his lineage? Then that Takase informs Puruvamshaha. He is from the dynasty of Puru. Raja Atmagatam to himself. Katham ekanvayo mama. Oh, is he from my family? He is also from my race. Ataha kalu madanukaranamenam atra bhavati manyate. Oh, that's why it can be seen that his actions are according to my actions. Madanukaranameva, they are similar. Madanukaranam means as if they are following mine, similar to mine. Eva atra bhavati manyate. Asti etat pauravanam antyam kulavratam. Oh, this could be the Kulavrata of all the Puruvamshas. He is thinking that some sage or some person from his Puru dynasty has been here and from to whom this Sarvadamana might have been born. So, students, will stop here at this, and from 8th shloka we would continue in another class, that is tomorrow. Thank you.